Manche von euch haben es bestimmt mitbekommen, wir waren für WDR 360 auf Kos und durften da eine Reportage über die prekäre Lage der Flüchtlinge drehen, die da ja gerade zu Tausenden ankommen und aber letztendlich stranden. Die ist sehr spannend, ich kann nur jedem empfehlen, sich die anzugucken. Ihr kommt da auf den Kanal von WDR 360, wenn ihr oben auf das i klickt. Und für die Reportage haben wir Roberto Mignone interviewt. Roberto Mignone, das ist der leitende Notfallkoordinator vom UN-Flüchtlingshilfswerk und der ist zurzeit auf Kos. Aber wie das so ist, kann man in der Reportage natürlich nicht das ganze Interview verbauen, sondern nur Ausschnitte davon. Wir fanden das aber so spannend, dass wir gedacht haben, machen wir das doch einfach hier. Und der WDR hat gesagt, das dürft ihr gerne machen und deshalb gibt es jetzt für euch das Interview in voller Länge.
My name is Roberto Mignone and I am the Principal Emergency Coordinator of UNHCR. I've been here on Kos on mission for 9 days.
Okay, so you arrived 9 days ago.
Yes.
Was there a UNHCR mission before that?
Before we had 2 national staff, but they needed support to face this situation.
Okay, so how many staff do you have on the ground here?
At the moment we are 5, but we expect further reinforcement.
So can you tell me what exactly are you doing in this situation? What is your job? What can you do?
Well, it is a very unique situation for a variety of factors. First, the number of people that are arriving is overwhelming for the Greek authorities and communities. This year alone, you have more than 30,000 refugees and some migrants who have entered this island only.
Okay.
And so the absorption capacity of the registration system on the side of the police is overwhelmed. Therefore, you have delays and you have people staying here for a long time, a few weeks also. On the other hand, also what makes this situation unique on this island compared to other Greek islands which are also affected by the phenomenon is the fact that here you have absolutely no accommodation and no sanitation. While in other islands there is some attempt to respond, here not yet.
So where's the reason for that?
Well, we have offered our support to the Greek authorities, both at national and local level. We have IKEA housing units ready to be deployed any moment, or we can put winterized tents, we can provide support with sanitation, with other services, but we need a place where to put these things. We cannot put the tents in the air. So when they will agree on a place, then immediately we can start with the work, but it is their home, so they have to decide.
Okay, and there's no decision yet. Do you expect that decision to be?
We hope it will come very soon, because as you see, it's needed, and we are here ready to offer support in the creation of a reception center where people can also be registered, so we will decongest the city of Kos, will not bother local population and tourists, and refugees will be able to live in a more humane and safe and efficient situation with a system by which they can be registered. So that part, we have started the technical study, but we cannot start the physical work until they give us permission. On the other hand, we are already supporting the police in the registration system. So we have provided interpreters, we have provided equipment, we are there every day to try to facilitate the dialogue between the police, who are very tired and stressed, and the refugees, who are also tired of waiting under the sun for days and days. And the police is doing its best, but they don't have enough staff to handle the number of arrival. We estimate that on average you have about 700 new persons arriving every night, and the system currently can evacuate between 150 and 200 that can be registered. So you have every day an additional backlog of 500 people. Then even those who are registered, in many cases they cannot leave because there is no place on the ferry, because it's the tourist high season, and there is no accommodation and no sanitation. Also there we have offered to put latrines, but they didn't give us permission to do that. So we are ready to help, but we need also the cooperation of the local authorities in particular.
So there's a bit of speculation on my side, which I heard from some locals, that the mayor doesn't want to establish like camps, because then the Greek authorities could say, okay, there's everything okay on Kos, there's no emergency situation anymore, and leave the Kos people or the mayor alone with the problem?
Well, first of all, it would not be a camp. It's a reception facility where people would stay there just a short time, 2-3 days, the time of being registered, exactly there. Now it takes a long time, but it would be much more efficient if it was done in a systematic way in that facility. And the people would stay there very, very short time. And in any case, the center would be managed by the central authorities, the first reception service of the Ministry of Interior. So it would be central authorities in charge. So it would not fall on the shoulders of the local authorities, as we have tried to explain them.
But still it would like establish a way, like it happened on Lampedusa, and
yes.
Now there are fixed facilities, and so maybe the thinking of the mayor is the problem is like staying and not, I don't know, they're not looking for another wave.
I think refugees are not here to stay in Kos. One may argue if they want to stay in Greece or not, but for sure not in Kos. This is a transit place for them. And the local population also prefers them to move. So everybody agrees that this is not a permanent solution. They should go at least to Athens. Now, one could imagine maybe that some people may have thought in the beginning, if we create a reception center, maybe a pull factor. However, not having created a reception center and having tens of thousands of people coming anyhow, it shows that a reception center would not be a pull factor, would only be a tool to manage a very difficult and dangerous situation.
So we heard that there were like public toilets, and now they're closed. Do you know about that and know about that situation, the sanitary situation around the...
Yes. Public toilets are under the jurisdiction of municipal authorities, and they have closed it. And we have advocated for the toilets to be reopened, and also for installation of new toilets, which we can provide, and also other actors such as Médecins Sans Frontières. We have all offered our support in this sense, but let's say that so far we have not received a positive reply.
Okay, so you have everything ready and are just waiting for the permission to deploy?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed. And also something that we are going to do soon is to start working also night shifts, because we want to be present when people are rescued, because we want vulnerable refugees such as families with small children, women alone, unaccompanied minors, disabled, elderly persons. We want them to be registered first as a priority. Now, what happens at the moment is that they are put in a list in the middle of other names, and the system is a little bit chaotic, and they are not prioritized. We want them to be the first to be registered. So, if we are present at the moment of their arrival and their initial registration, we will make sure that they will be on the top of the list, and that list will be the first one to be addressed every day, so they will not have to wait. And also at the same time, while we are there, we can also provide material assistance. We are going to give sleeping mats, sleeping bags, hygiene kit, baby kit, the minimum, at least for the vulnerables.
Okay. And do you see any solution for the problem of not getting the people off the island?
Well, there have been temporary solutions by the Greek authorities which have proved quite effective. Twice has come here a special ferry named Elvenizelos, which the first time was very effective because it has taken out 2,150 Syrians. Mm-hmm. The second time was not so effective because it only waited 2 hours and took out only 632. But we hope that this ship will come back quickly and take to Athens the people that have already been registered and can travel.
Another thing, somebody told us that there are prisoners inside the police stations. Can you tell us about them and about their situation?
Well, yes, there are some people who are detained in the police station, yes. And I understand that there are persons who have allegedly committed some infraction or crime. But not only, there were also people that, in our opinion and according to international law, should not be detained, and in certain cases we have obtained their release.
Okay, and they released them?
Yes.
So, okay. And are there any minors within the group of prisoners?
There were minors, 10 minors, and we have taken them out, and with an interpreter paid by UNHCR, they've been taken on a boat yesterday, and they went to Athens. The problem there is not that the Greek police has bad intention. They are trying to protect the children. According to Greek law, if an unaccompanied minor is under their protection and is in custody, they need to secure these people. Now, the problem is that the only place they say where they can keep them is in detention. Now, we have also offered our support, and we said we can rent a house, we can keep the children there, we can pay their food, but the Greek police say that according to the Greek law, they need to guard the children, so to put at least one policeman in front of the house, which would mean 3 during the 24 hours, right? On 8-hour shifts.
Yes.
And if they do that, it would slow even much more the already slow and fragile registration process. So it is a dilemma, but at the moment there are no children there. And if there are, we will try to find solutions to try to avoid in the future that there are this kind of situation where children have to be taken in detention, although they may have a good intention to protect them, but it's not a place for children.
Okay. So is there, is it kind of unique that the UNHCR is working within Europe, within the European Union?
Well, UNHCR has offices in most European countries, but it's more for supporting the authorities to assess the cases, to help them set up a refugee status determination if they still don't have, or a monitoring role. To have an operational role in a European country, especially of the European Union, it is quite unique, I would say.
Do you get as much support from the European Union as you'd expect?
Well, the support should go first of all to the Greek authorities, and I understand that there is some support which has been given by the European Union. Maybe some more is on the way, but we think much more is needed to face this unique situation. And UNHCR also receives support from the European Union. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.